I can't be the only one that wasn't expecting that yesterday. Everyone's enjoying their Father's Day. We're seeing Devers hit a nuke against the Yankees on Father's Day as well. Typical father activities. Just taking care of their children. All of a sudden, about 3 to 4 hours after the game ends, we get a report that he's traded to the freaking Giants. Let's discuss it. So Devers yesterday was traded for Jordan Hicks, Kyle Harrison, and James Tibbs, a highly touted prospect for the San Francisco Giants. Now let's talk about all these guys. So Hicks is he's just not doing too good this year. A 6.47 ERA. Again, was better obviously as a bullpen guy back in the day. It was a decent starter the last couple years, but I mean his ERA has jumped a whole 2 points in just 1 year. It's really not looking good for him. It's been a tough one for him this year. Maybe the Red Sox can get something out of him, but it just has not been his year so far in 2025. Harrison as well has been okay. He is a 4.56 ERA. Reports are saying that he may, get his first couple starts in AAA just to keep developing because, the Red Sox rotation's a little tight right now. Maybe they throw him in the bullpen. That's what I've seen some people discussing. But again, they get another arm, but I wouldn't say it's, a fantastic arm in any way. I mean, 4.56 ERA, that's nothing to really write home about at this point of your career. The guy that I am excited for Boston is James Tibbs. He was drafted number 13 overall in 2024, and this year he has currently a .246 batting average, which could, be better, but this is what you like. 12 home runs, 32 RBIs, and his OPS is a .857. You'll take that. So you got to get something out of this trade, because when I first saw the trade, and this was minus Tibbs being in the deal, I was really concerned for Boston. I was really, really concerned for Boston. So, they get something out of this, but overall, I still don't think it's the greatest package in my opinion. And that's what's so interesting to me is there were, some discussions about him being disgruntled, and we'll get into that, but there really haven't been many trade rumors the last couple weeks to months maybe at this point. I haven't heard anything, and it's just shocking to see that, this just kind of came out of left field, and I don't know. We just didn't hear about rumors about him getting shopped to other teams. I'm sure other teams were either interested or were making offers, but I'm just curious to see, what teams were they, if there were other teams interested. I find it hard to believe that no teams weren't interested in Devers, but I just felt like they could have gotten a little bit better of a package back just based off of at least the first couple days of me processing this. Again, I like Tibbs, but I think it could have been a little bit better for the Boston Red Sox. So the main reason that Boston apparently traded Devers was to help clear up money on the books. He is signed on a long and expensive contract, so it makes sense. But I think the real reason was more due to him just really being disgruntled. Originally, they told him to play in the DH role this year because they got Bregman. He wasn't in love with that. They then asked him to switch. He wasn't in love with that either, but then eventually considered it. And then maybe they were like, oh, can you play another position? And he just was really not in love with having to constantly change his position when he was told, again, that he was going to be playing DH originally to start the season. So I can understand why he would be upset. And yes, he did make some of this stuff public with the media. But at the same time, do you want to trade the guy? Again, it's tough because this is your best player by far on this team. And Boston had a lot of expectations this year. A lot of people were sipping the Kool-Aid heading into this season, but it just hasn't really been that. They've been inconsistent. They struggled here and there. Yes, they did just sweep the Yankees, but they're just very inconsistent. And again, it's just been an interesting year for the Sox. But I still, again, was not expecting them to get rid of Devers. Like, this was the last thing I was expecting, especially with him being on that contract as well. And prior to this, from what I know, prior to this year, there really hasn't been any talks about him getting traded. And again, rightfully so. I understand people get disgruntled here and there, but man, it's just shocking that he really did end up getting traded, especially to the Giants as well. When it comes to San Francisco's perspective, I really like the move for them. The team as a whole is only hitting .232, so things obviously need to get better with their bats, but they are still competing this year. as of me recording this, which is the 16th, the day after the trade, they are only 2 games behind LA. So they're still competing. They're 100% right now in a wild card position. And this is, again, a move that you have to make if you really want to look to compete, which I think San Francisco at least sees themselves as a playoff team this year, potentially even a division winner if they can capitalize on LA continuing to underperform slightly with their bats and all the pitching injuries this year. So we'll have to see. But I think it's a great move for them. Again, yes, you give up a solid prospect, but you're also getting a very good player, by far one of the better hitters in the league. To be honest, he's been really good. Other than his struggle where he went I think it was 0 for 19 or something to start the season, he's been absolutely on fire. So Devers has been cooking, and again, you give up a good prospect who's been contributing this year as well. But other than that, you don't really give up that much. Again, I'm not losing sleep over Jordan Hicks or Kyle Harrison. So I like the move for San Francisco. It's telling me that they at least think they are legit. They capitalized. And again, the NL only gets stronger. It is actually laughable at this point about how weak the AL is compared to the NL. I mean, you look at the NL right now. You got the Mets, you got the Phillies, you got the Dodgers, you got the Padres, you have the Giants, obviously, and I think there's one other team that's kind of making a little bit of a run, but still, or in the Cubs, excuse me. It's just wild. You compare it over to the AL, you have Houston, the Yankees, you have the Tigers. Those are the big boys, really, but other than that, not too many real threats over there, in my opinion. So, the NL only gets more stacked, which means it's going to be better for the playoffs, and I'm curious to see how Devers does for San Francisco moving forward with this season. And last is, I just feel bad for Boston fans. This has been a tough couple years. Pretty much they won a championship, and then they sold high on Mookie Betts out of all players. And then things really haven't gotten better there. I mean, they did make the ALS. They made the ALCS in 2021. But other than that, that's really about it. And they didn't even win that series. They still lost to Houston. So I don't know. It's been unfortunate. They've still been all right, but these last couple of years especially, they've just been not very good. And it really seems like fans are growing thin on patience with the owners. The owners don't seem like they want to spend a ton of money, which I never understand from owners. It's like, guys, you're already so rich, and now you're doing this just to, of course, make money. But in my opinion, spending money on the team will get you more money long term. Especially with, again, a market like this. This is Boston. They have historically supported this team for years, and to kind of start turning your back on, again, a historic organization, I'm curious to see how it pans out, because I'm wondering if do fans need to start going not on strike, but really giving it to the owner, because it just doesn't seem like fans. It just doesn't seem like the fans are buying in right now on who's running this team, the vision for the Red Sox as a whole, and all this. So. Again, and then adding on just how good Mookie Betts has been these last couple of years, especially this year last year winning a championship, it's just tough. You now see, again, you're currently your best player leave, and again, it's just unfortunate. So I'm gonna miss seeing Devers in Boston just because of all the memes with the Yankees. Like, Yankees fans got to be so happy right now, especially Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole's got to be smiling somewhere. But definitely unfortunate for the Red Sox fans. I feel for them. But hey, sometimes that's just baseball. That's all I have for you guys on this one. Just breaking down the trade. If you like this video, feel free to give it a like. Let me know what your thoughts are down below on the trade. Do you think the Red Sox got proper compensation? Did they get fleeced? How do you guys think Devers is going to do for the Giants? Let me know. And if you like my type of content, feel free to subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace, guys.